Morning students, welcome to Computer Application Lab class for first year students. On today class we will be discuss about working with MS Office. So as already we had cover of the operating system including DOS and Windows. Now the next option is how we should work with Microsoft Office package. So inside your Microsoft Office package, the first one is word processing software. So let's start. What is that a word processing software and how will be use the Microsoft Word? The application programmed that enables the processing of word is called word processing. A word processing is a software package that helps us to create, edit, save and to print the document. So here word processing is one type of software that is good for typing, editing, printing, formatting. If is there any spelling mistakes are there, that should be automatically rectified by giving some red wavy lines and green wavy lines, okay, and some autocorrect options are also available in your word processing software, okay. So now the popular word processing softwares are like on your market you will be getting WordStar, WordPerfect and Microsoft Word, okay. So now the popular word processing software is your Microsoft Word, and which is inside your word processing software package. So what is that Microsoft Word? As the Microsoft was developed this Microsoft Word, so it's a word processing software, and it is a software that allows to type, design different style of letter, grammatical and spelling error checking, creating mail merge, etc. Next, what is the procedure to start the Microsoft Word? So click on start button and select the all program where you will be getting the Microsoft Office. So from that Microsoft Office package you have to select the MS Word, okay, and that is depend upon your version of MS Word. If it is 2016 is there, so or 2007 is there, you will be selecting any version, you will be getting the word screen like such a manner. So this is the home screen of your MS Word, okay. So the title bar is there, here the document 1 or document 2, these types of names should be displayed. After saving your file name is displayed here only, so that's why this one is called your title bar, okay. So this bar is your title bar. Then next is your ribbon tab is there, so here this is the ribbon tab, okay. Next is your ruler is there, this is the ruler, and these are the tab groups are there, okay, just like your format group, font group, clipboard group or style groups. These are the different groups are there. Means if you select the home tab, inside your home tab this clipboard group, font, paragraph, these are the tab groups are there. So if you move for the insert tab, again you will be getting some new groups of tab inside that insert tabs option, okay. So like here home, page layout, design, these are type of different tabs are there. Now go for the below bar, the status bar is there where you will be getting the detailed information about your files. Means you are working with page number 1 of 1 is there, or if you are having 5 pages, so here 1 of 5 should be displayed because your cursor is in 1 page and total number of pages is 5, okay. Like how many words are there, so it is should be displayed on your status bar. Then document views should be displayed here only. Then the zoom slider is there, you can maximize it and minimize it. Means by using just like your magnifier you can zoom in and zoom out by using your zoom slider option, okay. So first option is your create a new document. So first time whenever you are creating a new file, that is nothing but create a new document. So how you should create? click on file, click on new, then you have to click on new document. Okay, then opening a new document means previously which file is already saved, you want to open it in the next time. So for opening you have to click in file tab, then go for your open option, then it select the file, means list of files should be displayed, you have to select the file name, then you have to click on open. Then close a document. What does it mean? Suppose you are having lots of file, you want to close some current file. So how you should close a file? Click on file option, then click on close option. So your current open file is closed from your screen. Now how to save a file or how to save a document? Go for file, click on save, or click on save as for the first time. Okay, and write down the file name, then click on save option. Okay, so here one point is arise, what is the save option and what is the meaning of save as option. When you save the file for the first time, so click in save option. Okay, and you should assign the name, but think about which file is currently opened, and that file you have to save with a new name, mean just like your duplicate copy. So for that time you have to click in file and click in save as. Okay, so save as is just asking for a new name always, but when you save the file for the first time, you may click on save or save as. Okay, now next is your move, copy and delete of text. So how we are able to use move, copy and delete? So to cut or move, you have to select that text, then after selection go for home tab, then go for the clipboard group, then click on your cut button. Okay, or the shortcut is there, right click selection is there, then right click cut is there, or you can press the Ctrl and X. So already these things we cover up on your Windows Explorer also, means in Windows the same thing is there. For copy Ctrl C, for cut Ctrl X, and for paste Ctrl V. Okay, then to copy text to the clipboard, select the text on the home tab in the clipboard group, click the copy button, then right click in the selection, then copy, or you should press the Ctrl C option. Okay, and for the paste also that same format is there, otherwise we can shortcutly press as Ctrl V. Okay, then for your undo, our last editing action. So for undo you have to go for quick access toolbar, then click on your undo button, otherwise press the Ctrl plus Z. This is the shortcut key. Okay, next is your spelling and grammatical error checking. So on your document, if is there any spelling mistakes are displayed and grammatical mistakes are displayed, so how to rectify it? So be remember, the spelling mistakes should be displayed in red wavy lines, and your grammatical error message should be displayed in green wavy line. So if it is having misspelled, so you have to rectify it by using this step. Okay, so to check a word that was red underline as misspelled, right click on the word. To replace the word with one of the choice, the original word is there. Any possible correct spelling will be listed. Then after the word underline, because it is not in the dictionary, so right click on the word and the result will be added to the menu. Then it is a word phase is underlined with green, there is a grammatical error, and right click on the line and select the appropriate suggestion. Okay, then apply your paragraph formatting, means after typing the paragraph, if you want to make some formatting, so you have to go through this type of step. Okay, so what is the step is there? Select the paragraph you want to apply, then go for paragraph formatting, right click, select paragraph, select indent and spacing, where the indent and spacing you should set the alignment options. Okay, and inside your alignment option, left align, right align, center align and justify alignment is there. So you can select any one. And indentation you have to set either left, right or center indentation is there. and along with the line spacing is also there. So it may be having your single line spacing, 1.5 line spacing, double is there. Okay, so these are the line spacings are available inside your paragraph formatting. Then go for your clip art option. So this clip art is inside your insert tab. So for clip art you have to choose this type of step. What are there? Click on insert tab, click on clip art icon, select the required clip art, then click on the drop down option at the right of the picture and select the insert option. Okay, so inside your clip art option lots of styles are there. You have to select it and you have to follow the step like for this format. Then if you need to select the picture, then go for insert option, then click on picture. The lots of pictures are there. You have to select any one picture, then that should be insert on your document. Then you have to go for your insert of equation and symbols. So if you need to type any equation or symbols, then go for where? Go for your insert option. So click in insert, click in equation, select any format of equation, then you should type the equation. Otherwise if you need any symbol, then click in insert, click in symbol, and list of symbols are there. You should select the symbol and apply in your document. Okay, now go for the header and footer. So header is nothing but that is display at the top of your page for the every page, and footer is nothing but the message should be displayed at the bottom of the page. Okay, and that may be for every page or even page or odd page also. Okay, so header and footer allows us to add information, for example name, title of the document, etc. within the top or bottom margin of our document, and will repeat on every page for our document. So what procedure we have to select? Insert, then click in header and footer, select the format, type the message for header and footer, then click on close option. Okay, if you need the page number, then select the insert page number, select the format of page number, then click in insert option. Okay, next is your tables. So in Word also you are able to create a table, and table is nothing but the collection of rows and columns. Okay, so in some cases you have to type your data in a tabular form. So for that purpose only in Word you can select the table option to type the data in a tabular form, which is having lots of rows and lots of columns. Okay, now see, table means what? Tables are useful for presenting text information and numerical data in a neat and orderly fashion. Okay, and table consists of lots of rows and columns, and when the rows and columns are intersect to each other, it forms a box that is nothing but called cells. Okay, so which we can fill the text, number or graphics type of data. Okay, that means what? Intersection of rows and columns, it prepares some cells. So inside the cells you have to type the data in terms of your text or numeric format. Okay, we can also format our table for adding effect. Okay, that is, it makes the line to be a different color, the border style to be different format, the shadow effect can be applied. Okay, like such a manner you can design your table as per your choice. Then what is the step for creation of table? Click in the insert tab, click on the table icon. In the insert tab drop down menu, move to your mouse pointer over the boxes until you have the number of rows and columns that we want in the table. Okay, so when you move the mouse pointer just over of that table option, automatically it's showing you lots of rows and columns. Okay, so if you think that for your table 4 column and 3 rows is necessary, you should highlight that one. Then when you click, automatically the table is preview on your screen. So the live preview feature will show what the table will look like in the document. Okay, so click to confirm the table. Now after creation of table, if we are able to insert the page number into the document, think about on your footer also we are able to insert the page number, but initially suppose you think that I don't want to put any header or footer, I have to only insert the page number into my document. Okay, so how you are able to insert? Word provides a simple tool for adding page numbers into our document, and the insert page number tools also provides a selection of simple and colorful option for our page number. And your step is go for insert tab, click on page number. In the page number drop down menu, click the bottom of the page, then in the bottom of page drop down menu select a page number from the list. Okay, so you can change the format of your page number also. Clear? Now the new option is nothing but called your mail merge. So what is that mail merge? So in word processing software, this is the main feature which is having lots of facility for combining the letter file with the data file. That's why this one is your called mail merge. When your letter file means mail file is merging to the data file, it prepares lots of letter with a fraction of second. Okay, that's why the name is assigned as mail and merge. Now see, mail merge is a useful tool that allow us to create multiple letters, labels, envelopes, name, tags, emails and more on. So by using information stored in a list, database or spreadsheet, we can create personalized document by merging the information with a form letter. Okay, so here one form letter you have to prepare, and mailing labels is also there, and we are also able to create the envelope also. So we can perform a mail merge by using the mail merge wizard option. So you can go through the help of mail merge wizard where lots of options are there. So you have to select one by one option from your wizard, then at the last of moment the mail merge is prepared. Okay, otherwise by using the command on the mailing tab we can create the mail merge also. Okay, so by the help of wizard, or you may go for the mailing tab. Clear? Now what step you have to put on your document? So here remember one thing, physically you have to create two files, one your data file, another one is your letter structure file, which is nothing but called your mailing file or form letter file. So data file means what? Suppose think about I have to send one message or letter to my 5 friends. So 5 friends is nothing but different name of the friends, their address, their phone number, and these data I have to store in a file. That file is nothing but called your data file. Okay, that means the constant data which is not repeat on your letter, that data is nothing but called your data file. Okay, so you have to create one data file by taking the help of table option, because you have to store lots of friend name, then their address, their phone number, their city name. So all these things should be typed in a tabular form. So by using the table option we are able to type all these things. Okay, and after that you have to prepare the form letter. So that form letter is one type of letter, that is the mailing letter, where the constant message to be typed which is to be sent for every friends. Okay, so think about, suppose you are writing one invitation message for 5 students. So invitation message is constant for 5 friends, and 5 friends is having different name and address, but the mailing letter constant message is typed for single times. So here you got the idea, you are having 2 files, one is your data file, another one is your form letter file. Okay, so in data file the data should be stored in a tabular form, and the form letter file or the letter structure file where your written constant message to be typed. okay, the invitation message or whatever the constant message you want to send for the different candidate, that message to be typed inside a letter structure file, or it can be pronounced as letter form file or letter file. Okay, so see this step. Create a data file by clicking in new option. Then you have to select the table option. You have to specify rows and columns. Okay, means as for your 5 friends, how many rows are needed? 5 rows are needed, and I have to store name, address, phone number and the city. So I need 4 columns. So you have to select the column as 4 and row as 5. Then store the data, means after creating the table you have to type the data, then save the file, and mostly you have to close the file. Okay, so remember, after creation of data table you have to close the file. Then again you have to create a new file, that is your form file. Now you have to design the letter format. Type the letter, that is your constant message, for example your invitation message. Add the data file into this form letter file. By which option? Means by clicking in mailing tab, then click in start mail merge, click in letter, click in select recipient, use an existing list, then select the data file, then click in open, then click in insert merge feed, select the field one by one. Okay, then click in finish and merge, where these 2 options are there, that is your edit individual document or print the document. So first you have to check whether all the 5 letters are perfectly prepared or not. So you have to click on your edit individual document. Okay, so when you think that yes, the 5 letters are perfect, I have to take the printout, that time you have to click on your print document. Okay, so this is all about your MS Word, and related to this MS Word we are having some assignment or lab work. This is the lab work where we have to use all sorts of commands which are covered up on your syllabus. Okay, so question number 1 to 7, these are the questions are there. We have to use one by one option, just like header and footer for saving the file, equation preparation, insert symbol, insert equation, then alignment, font name, and last one is your mail merge. Okay, so these are the options to be used on this lab work C. Okay, so in the next video I will giving you the practical visualization of MS Word by menu option, and we will be solve this lab work 6. Okay.